Headphone Hypnotic English. Unlock fluency with only 500 words. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Hypnotic English. Let me ask you a powerful question. What if you could become fluent in English without memorizing thousands of words? What if you could speak with confidence, travel easily, and express your deepest ideas using only 500 words? It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But I assure you, it's completely possible. In this episode, I will explain exactly how you can achieve this. Forget everything you thought you knew about learning English. Forget those long vocabulary lists and those complicated grammar drills. Today, you will learn the smart, focused, and practical way to master English faster than ever. Upbeat, engaging music. The problem of the library. Most English learners believe that fluency means knowing a massive number of words. They proudly tell me, "Tom, I know 3,000 English words." But when I ask a simple, everyday question like, "What did you do yesterday?" they freeze. They know the words, but they lack the ability to use them. It's like owning a huge library, but being completely unable to read the books inside. So, why does this frustrating gap happen? It happens because fluency is not about how many words you recognize. It's about how quickly you can use the ones you already know. Some linguists confirm that the 500 most common English words cover about 65% of everyday spoken speech. If you strategically add another 500 words, you reach nearly 90% coverage. This means if you learn these core words deeply, not just their meanings, but their sounds, their rhythm, and how they connect in phrases, you can handle almost any daily conversation successfully. Mastery over memorization. Let's look at the typical learner path. A student buys a book optimistically named 4,000 Essential Words in English. They spend countless hours underlining, highlighting, and translating. They can define complex words like abundant, astonishing, and meticulous. But when they meet a native speaker and hear a simple, fast question like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?" they panic. The key truth is that your brain does not store language as separate words. It stores patterns, common word groups that naturally appear and belong together. If you only learn the word take as to carry, you will never achieve a natural sound. However, if you learn real combinations like take your time, take care, or take responsibility, suddenly English starts to feel alive. Your mouth and brain remember them together as chunks. That's the crucial difference between rote memorization and true mastery. The power of simplicity and foundation. Here's a major stumbling block. Many learners don't trust simplicity. They think if something is easy, it cannot be truly effective. They seek out long, difficult material because the struggle feels like progress. But the reality is, complexity only slows you down. When you consciously make things simple, when you simplify, you focus, and you give your brain the optimal chance to build strong, unshakable foundations. It's just like building a house. If the base is weak, it simply doesn't matter how beautiful the upper floors are designed. they will fail. Therefore, do not underestimate short, easy sentences. They are your essential foundation stones. Once they are solid, once they are strong, advanced English usage becomes effortless. The 4 steps to automaticity. Now let's go through the practical steps to build your fluency. Step 1. Choose your core words. Core means main. Start with a reliable list of the 500 most common English words, and then immediately personalize it. Make it entirely your own. If you work as a nurse, you will need patient, hospital, medicine, or rest. If you love cooking, you need taste, boil, chop, recipe. Personal connection is a powerful tool for memory retention. Step 2. Learn in context. Never study a word alone on a list. Instead of writing, arrive means come to a place. Write a real sentence. I usually arrive home at 6. Say it, hear it, and feel it. If possible, record your voice and listen again immediately. Each conscious repetition builds automaticity. Step 3. Connect new words to old ones. Step 1. Choose your core words. Core means main. Start with a reliable list of the 500 most common English words, and then immediately personalize it. Make it entirely your own. If you work as a nurse, you will need patient, hospital, medicine, or rest. If you love cooking, you need taste, boil, chop, recipe. Personal connection is a powerful tool for memory retention. Step 2. Learn in context. Never study a word alone on a list. Instead of writing, arrive means come to a place. Write a real sentence. I usually arrive home at 6. Say it, hear it, and feel it. If possible, record your voice and listen again immediately. Each conscious repetition builds automaticity. Step 3. Connect new words to old ones. Imagine you learn the words go, work, early, because traffic. You can easily combine them. I go to work early because of traffic. The next day, you add train and ticket. Now you say, I go to work early because the train ticket is cheaper. See how your vocabulary grows naturally and functionally? You are not just memorizing, you are actively creating. You are learning in context and personalizing the language by talking about your own life. Step 4. Write a tiny story. Once a week, commit to writing or speaking a tiny story using your core words. For example, yesterday I went to the supermarket. I bought fruit, bread, and milk. I walked home and cooked dinner. That is real English built on real frequency. The emotional shift and the 80-20 rule. Let's be honest, learning a language can often feel lonely. There are days when you feel stuck or embarrassed. You might think, I've studied for years, but I still sound so slow. But the moment you deliberately focus on only 500 words, something fundamental changes. The immense pressure disappears. You stop feeling like you're climbing a huge mountain and start feeling like you're simply walking a clear path. Small successes build profound confidence. When you successfully order food, understand a short video, or chat effectively with someone online, celebrate it. These small wins are concrete proof that your brain is actively learning. There is a famous principle called the 80-20 rule. It states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort. In English fluency, that 20% is your main vocabulary, your core vocabulary, which is around 500 to 1,000 words. Think of it like cooking. You might own hundreds of exotic spices, but most delicious recipes depend heavily on salt, pepper, oil, and garlic. These are your core ingredients. Once you know how to use them skillfully, everything tastes good. So, instead of spreading your energy thinly across endless vocabulary lists, focus deeply on the few core words that matter most. The difference between knowing and owning. Remember this crucial distinction. There is a huge difference between knowing a word and owning it. You know the word make when you can define it. You own it when you can instantly say, make breakfast, make money, make a mistake, make friends, make time, make sense. Owning means you use the word automatically and correctly in many different contexts and sentences. Let's do the same with the word get up, get ready, get better, get tired, get lost, get along, get back. Each of these phrasal uses adds another essential layer of fluency. Native speakers live inside these natural chunks, and you can too. When you practice the same patterns every single day, your brain builds what scientists call fluency pathways. At first, speaking feels slow, like thinking through mud. But with consistent repetition, the path becomes perfectly clear. Your brain no longer has to translate. It reacts instantly, immediately. This powerful process is called automaticity. It is fluency. It's the same reason you can drive a car, type, or play the piano without having to think about every single movement. Language becomes a form of muscle memory. That is precisely why daily, short practice sessions easily beat long, irregular study sessions. Consistency tells your brain, this is important. Keep it alive. Designing your 15-minute daily plan. Now, let's design a realistic and sustainable plan. In the morning, spend 5 minutes reviewing yesterday's sentences. Say them out loud while making breakfast or tea. In the afternoon, spend 5 minutes listening to a short clip in English. Actively notice how often your 500 core words appear. In the evening, spend 5 minutes telling a 1-minute story using those words. Record yourself, listen back, and aim to correct just one thing. That's only 15 minutes total. No stress, no burnout, just a steady daily rhythm. If you keep this habit for 90 days, you will feel your English changing dramatically from the inside out. From fear to fun. Language learning is not only about memory or grammar. It's also deeply about how you feel inside. Many people feel worried when they learn English. They think, I'm too slow, or other people speak better than me. Some feel shy or intensely afraid to make mistakes. This is normal. Everyone feels like that sometimes. The great news is that the 500-word shortcut can help you feel calm. It makes the entire learning task feel small and incredibly clear. You don't have to learn everything. You just learn a little every day. You know exactly what to do. You have control. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning. You already know your plan, 10 words, 1 short story, and that is absolutely it. You don't feel lost. You feel ready. You make your tea or coffee, open your notebook, and start. You read your 10 words. You write a few sentences. You say them aloud. After 10 minutes, you genuinely smile. You already learned something valuable. That small success gives you energy. You start to enjoy English. You see that progress is definitely possible. You think, I can really do this. Every day you feel a little stronger. Your fear becomes smaller and smaller. Your confidence grows bigger. You stop saying, my English is bad, and start saying, my English is getting better. That is the emotional change. When English starts to feel easy, light, and even fun. The snowball effect. Now, let's talk about something truly exciting. After you learn your first 500 words, everything else starts to connect instantly. When you listen to a movie or a podcast, you suddenly understand much more. You hear words you already know, and your brain feels happy about the recognition. You no longer need to translate. You just understand. Guessing new words also becomes much easier. When you see a new word, you often correctly guess the meaning. Because your foundation is strong. You know how English fundamentally works. It's like making a snowball. At first, your snowball is small. You roll it on the ground, and it becomes bigger and bigger. Soon, it is so big that it rolls almost by itself. Learning English is exactly the same. At the very beginning, it is slow. But after some time, your progress accelerates naturally. You already know the basic structure. You already know the rhythm of the language. You stop studying. You start living in English. You read a post on Instagram and understand it completely. You listen to a song and catch many words clearly. You think in English when you cook or walk. You might even dream in English sometimes. That's when you know your snowball is rolling by itself. It's growing every day, and all you need to do is simply keep it moving forward. Your future self in 2026. Now, let's imagine you 1 year from now. It's 2026. You wake up. You check your phone. You read a message in English. You understand it easily. You reply immediately, "Good morning. I hope you're doing well." You don't translate. You just write. Later, you travel to another country. You confidently go to a cafe and say, "Hurry, can I get a cup of coffee, please?" The waiter smiles warmly. You understand everything he says perfectly. You ask someone on the street, "Excuse me, where is the station?" They answer and you comprehend. You say, "Thank you so much," and walk away smiling confidently. At night, you watch a short English video. You understand the main idea. You laugh at the jokes. You don't feel lost anymore. That is exactly what will happen when you commit to learning your 500 to 1,000 core words. You will feel free, confident, and relaxed. English will not be scary anymore. It will be your reliable friend. You will use your English to talk to people, to learn new things, and simply to enjoy the world around you. That is what I call the fluency reward, the big gift you earn after taking many small, simple steps consistently. You may not notice the growth every single day, but it is accumulating slowly and surely. One morning you will suddenly realize, I can speak English now. 3 easy mistakes to avoid. All right, before you start, let's quickly address some easy mistakes many learners make. Mistake number 1. Learning lists without sentences. Many students write and try to memorize long lists of words. They read them, but they forget quickly. Always learn words in a real, functional sentence. Don't learn arrive means come to a place. Learn, I arrive home at 6. Mistake number 2, not speaking enough. Some people patiently wait until they feel 100% ready. But if you wait too long, you will never speak. You learn to speak by speaking. Talk to yourself in English. Narrate what you are doing. I'm cooking dinner. I'm washing the dishes. These small, frequent moments are perfect practice. Mistake number 3, studying too many words at once. 10 words a day are enough. It is far better to know 10 words perfectly than 50 words you will completely forget tomorrow. Use your core words in many different ways. Combine them. Play with them actively. Your first step today. Now, let's begin together. When this episode ends, grab a small notebook or open a note on your phone. Write 10 very common English words. Here's an example list. Go, do of, get, want, people, time, good, day, early. Make one short paragraph using them right now. For example, today was a good day. I got up early and had breakfast with my family. I went to work and met some new people. Today went fast, but I felt happy. Then, read your paragraph aloud 3 times. Say it slowly and clearly. You will instantly notice how easy and natural it feels after the 3rd repetition. Tomorrow, add 5 new words. Maybe look, rain, busy, tired, friend. Then make a brand new paragraph with all those words. Do this every day for 50 days straight. It's simple, but it is immensely powerful. After 50 days, you will not only know more than 500 words, you will have used them repeatedly in your own real, personal stories. They will stay in your brain forever. The dopamine motivation. Now, let me tell you why this plan really works, even from a science point of view. Every time you finish a small, clear goal, your brain feels happy. It releases a special chemical called dopamine. It's your brain's evolutionary way of saying, "Good job. That felt nice. Let's do it again tomorrow." That is why short, simple tasks work better than big, scary ones. When you learn 10 words and successfully finish a paragraph, your brain registers success. You feel proud. You want to do it again tomorrow. Soon, studying English becomes something you truly enjoy, not something you fear. You stop forcing yourself to study. You start wanting to study. So remember, when you finish your small English task today, smile. You just made your brain stronger, happier, and more fluent. Fluency isn't only about language mastery. It's about freedom. The freedom to travel, the freedom to connect authentically, the freedom to work globally, and the freedom to express who you are without fear. When you realize that such profound freedom can realistically start from just 500 words, it becomes the most powerful motivation. So my friend, here is your invitation. Start today. Pick your 10 English words. Create one paragraph and speak it aloud clearly. Tomorrow add more. Within weeks, you will notice English flowing more easily than ever before. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of English Unleashed. I'm Tom. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a friend who's also learning English. And make sure you subscribe to Hypnotic English for more slow, clear, real English lessons that help you grow every single day. Until next time, keep speaking, keep shining, and keep unleashing your English. Bye for now.